Hello everybody and welcome back to Explain. We are in the Diamond DA68? What's this thing called? The Diamond DA62. Very close. Today we are going to be taking off from Centennial. Currently in the signature parking, and I have no idea what the weather is, so I don't know what runways we're going to be taking off at either airport. So I'm going to get this started up to the point we can grab the weather. We're going to do that, and then we're going to finish startup. So, here goes. Master on. Avionics on. There's a checklist, but we don't need it. This has detents, which is kind of weird. On the aux pumps. Parking brakes are on. It's this little lever when it's back. The parking brakes are on. So, how she works sometimes. Alright, we can grab the weather. At Centennial, ATIS is 120.3. 120.3 and standard G1000. We're messing with COM here. It's changing up there. 3,000, 20,000, 314. 001, 28 and 35. We have echo. So looking at this, we can leave either 28 or the 35s. 28's 4,800 feet long. 35 is significantly longer, but we also have to taxi quite a bit further. Let's take 35 right, just because the more runway you have, the better off you are. So I'm going to get this bird started up. It is surprisingly easy. Fuel pumps, master for the right and left. Fuel pump, electric master's on. Avionics are on. Pitot heat unnecessary. Come down here, make sure that our mixtures are on. Down here, start right and left. Turn back to both. The key, I don't remember where that was. There was a magnetos around here somewhere. I think these are just magnetos. But I don't remember. Any hoozles. Why are those two not on? I don't know. Go strobe position and taxi lights on. We are ready for taxi at this point. Nice and easy. Takeoff and landing flaps. Simple, self-explanatory. Works well. And because it's a standard G1000 suite, all of the same stuff works exact same. So we're going to change transponder, VFR, transponder to altitude, because we're ready to go. We're going to make the CDI the GPS. PFD, we're going to have wind. Option 2, there's no wind. Wow. Impressive. DME and the two bearings. The Colorado Springs one, where we're going today. I don't remember. But there's a VOR there somewhere. We'll look up the procedure in a little bit. But for now, yeah, because we're going to have to figure out where we're landing and what direction, etc. I think that's everything. This one's pretty simple and easy to take off and to check. Okay. Avionics on, fuel pumps on, de-ice is off, pitot heat's off, taxi light, strobe, nav, beacon, panel are all on. And signature grounds, 0 Echo, Victor Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi at signature with Echo. And they're going to give us a taxi runway 35 right. They're not going to give us right, but taxi 35 right via whatever route takes you there. They're not going to give you that either. But we are just going to basically follow the taxiway south, and we'll get there. Very simple. Just have to exit signature. Now, one thing we really have to watch is the temperatures. The oil coolers on this thing are not very good at low altitude, so we will actually overheat them super easily. We want to try not to do that. Brakes are also incredibly touchy. And we're just going to taxi down this nice long place that we could probably take off from. We're not going to, but we could. And enjoy for a minute. So this is the run-up area. We're not going to do much in depth. We're just going to do a real quick run-up. We're going to come all the way over here so that the next person can actually come in as well. But we're not going to block that taxiway. So we're going to turn so we don't blast the next person. We're going to punch her up just a little bit. We're going to look at these numbers. I'm going to do mags to one of them. Wow, I can't even do that. Okay, no run up here then. And I think the runway continues on, so we're going to keep going this way for like one more exit or so. That looks like the IFR holds short. So if the weather's bad and they're doing IFR landings, you stop here. That way or if they're doing ILS landings, that way if the big boys are trying to land, any of your internal compasses and instruments will not screw them up. Most of the time that just applies to the big boys, but even small aircraft have to hold there. Just because the signals you're putting out could potentially interfere with that system if you're too close to it. So, holding short, Centennial Tower, 0 Echo, Victor Sierra Bravo, holding short runway 35 right, clear, ready for takeoff to the south. And they're going to call back, 0 Echo, Victor Sierra Bravo, clear for takeoff 35 right. Remain in the fly right-hand traffic pattern. Departure to the south approved. Which basically means we're going to take off, we're going to climb to 800 feet above ground level, which we are currently at 5,800, so once we hit 6,800, we will be ready. Flaps 1, well, half. Alright, we are lined up with the wind. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato. Flaps, watching oil pressure, making sure we do not exceed that. I'm to about 75%. Gauges are green. Takeoff power is set. And we're in the green. Here's rotate. Put a crosswind there. V2. Pause the rate, gear up. And we're fast enough, flaps up. We are going to climb to 6,800 feet. We want to climb roughly blue line. Come down to our heading. 172 looks about right. We're going to go up to 10,000. Getting autopilot set up. Should have done that on the ground. At least 800 above the airport. We're going to turn right. Start to go around. We're going to pull up the Garmin, go direct. Direct. I can't see, I can't do that. Oil temperatures are too high. Pulling back to about 50%, letting the nose settle. We're going to continue our right-hand turn. And we're actually going to kick in autopilot. We're going to go heading mode. and vertical speed mode. Take that in. So we're going to do a heading roughly southish. We're going to go up at 700 feet a minute. Actually, we're going to go swap over to IAS. And we're going to climb at roughly 90... right there. 87 knots, which is our blue line, which is our best rate of climb over a long distance. It's also a bit cloudy out here today, so that's unfortunate. Forgot to turn on our landing lights, that's unfortunate as well. Don't need taxi lights. Okay. So we're in this screen, we've got to watch a couple things, like oil temp, that's got to stay in the green. We're going to get flashing warnings over there if we don't have it in the green. We're going to want to watch a couple things like altitude. I can see down here, but you guys can't. So we're going to look at this, make sure that our rate is positive. Currently it's 340. That's positive enough, and we are dropping in oil temps and pressures. So we're going to go direct to, hear that? Direct to, okay. See. Oh. S. Enter, enter. So we are activated. Let's engage nav mode. It'll put us on that little line. And let's come back and make sure all of our oil temps and pressures are good. They are. Let's increase power just a little bit. We'll go up to about 50%. And easing those throttles up. We got to make sure we're in the right range. Increase our range. We definitely broke some airspace. Oops. Should have looked up the SIDS and stars. But Colorado Springs is right there. Yeah, I think it's 8,000 for floor right here. And it's 10,000 here, so we broke that. We're only at 7,700, so we're going to break it, but we haven't. Excuse me. So we're going to pull up our flight plan here. We're going to come back in this menu and set up our procedure. Actually, we're going to check out the Colorado Springs approach and see what we can get. So we're going to tune ATIS, which is 125.0. Can we get it? We can. A little quiet, but we can get it. 3005, landing 17 left. They're landing 17 left, so I'm going to look up the procedure. Oh. There's a flight restriction for aerial demonstrations in 22 hours. That's Monday. So I'm actually recording this the day before Memorial Day, and I just noticed there's a temporary flight restriction tomorrow on Memorial Day for the Thunderbirds to actually do their practice. So I might have to look. Like, look out the window, basically. But they're going to fly in, they're going to do a little bit of flying around, get familiar with the altitude in the area, and then go back and land. Luckily, yeah. So I'm going to go watch that. Okay. So they're landing 17. Sorry, completely got distracted there. So the ILS into 17. That is a north to south, so we're actually going to be... Whoa. What just happened? That engine's not on fire. That engine's not on fire. We just hit a weather shift of extreme proportions, apparently. Neither engine's on fire. Neither engine is over-temping. We just hit some wind shear. Scary stuff, but okay. We're going to go down here, hit procedure. 1,000 feet to go. We definitely broke. Yeah. Anyways, 17 left. We're going to do vectors. Minimums are going to be... Don't care. We're actually going to activate that. We're headed direct to Awone. We need to be at 8,700 feet. So... Yeah, so we should be good there. Nav mode, altitude is coming in. As we increase in speed, we get more airflow over the radiators, so we can... Oh, it's a big engine. It's not a turboprop, it's just a piston engine. Pretty, though. Very pretty. No, you shouldn't. I thought about it. Anyways, we are almost at 10,000 feet. We're going to leave the landing lights on, just because 10,000 feet is a good place to turn them off. But A, it's not necessary. B, more lights we have on, more likely somebody is to see us. We have 27 miles to Awone. Right oil temperature. Oil temp's fine. We'll bring it back just a smidgen, even though I don't want to, because we're only climbing it. Yeah, we're not climbing very fast. We're in flight change autopilot. 87 knots. I'm at 400 feet per minute. That's really, really slow. But, well, kind of gotta do what you gotta do. We're still headed south. We are... a weird line. It just drew a vertical line to intercept for the heading for a 1A. Oh well. So we are 26 miles direct. We're pretty much at the top of our ascent, leveling off and speeding up. I might have to do some cloud dodging. So, if something exciting happens, we'll stay here. If not, then we'll see you when something exciting happens. We're doing a quick descent down to 9,000. That's the Awone altitude. Let's see, if I pull up the flight plan, it does. Yay. Cool. So we're at Awone. We have to be at least 8,700. Then at Rock, we need to be at least 8,700. Then at Humpy, we have to be at 7,540. You guys are a little off. There's also a couple missing, but that's okay. Look over here, we're not overspeeding. Let's look over here. All the temps are in the green. We're good. We got gas. It's all going well. Let's arm the approach mode. Let's tune to 109.1 on our nav 1, which it already is, apparently. That is that guy, 109.1, then comms are over here. Got 125 backup. That way we can get... Apparently they broadcast on the same frequency. That's annoying. I think that's a bug. But anyways, 11 miles. It says 8,700 feet. We're not picking up the VOR yet. I don't like that mountain. That looks like Monument Hill. Well, let's hope 9,000's enough. That's at 20 miles at Mogul. And we are 10 miles to Awone. It's 5 from that. So we're a little... It's probably right over that hill that it wants us hit 9. So, we kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride for another minute. That looks like airport in sight way down there. But still no ILS or localizer. So, for now, nothing to do. Knot headwind, good lord. Anyways, we are starting to come out, so we're going to call Springs Approach 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo on the ILS for 17 left. 5 from Awone. And they're going to call back, say 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo, continue, contact tower. Ooh. So we're going to call tower, Diamond 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo is 3 miles out from Awone at 9,000. They're going to say 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo, continue on the approach until established on the localizer. Maintain 9,000, or just fly the standard ILS until established on the localizer. Maintain 9,000 and best forward speed. Best forward speed is at their discretion if they want you to come in quick, like we're a small little aircraft. If they've got a jet behind us coming in at 250 knots, they're going to want us down as quick as they can. That way they're not diverting the jet. They don't have to get it anywhere else. Localizer just came in. Approach is armed. Should have taken that. We should have started dropping. Alright, we are now cleared down to 87. I'm going to pull back the throttles a little bit. We are now established on the localizer. If you guys can see, we are low. So this is 87, and then we've got to pull those throttles back a little more. We don't want to overspeed. We've got to pull those back a lot. What the heck? Okay. Having some trouble. We're fine. And the dot's all the way up on the glide slope, which means we are low, which is the better place to be. That way we can fly into it and drop down, versus having to chase it down, which some places they give you high and expect you to still land it perfectly. Getting a little slow, so let's add a little more power. We always have to watch those temps. We are headed direct for rock. Rock, we need to be 8,700 or above. We are 1 mile from rock, and then after that we have Humpy, which means we're cleared all the way down to the airport elevation, which I believe is 6,000-ish. Yeah, 6,000-ish. So once we pick up that glide slope, which we should be picking up pretty close to rock. Yep, that's our intercept point. Then we are going to be 7 miles out. 5 or so. Once we hit 7, we'll configure. Normally people are configured by this point. So we just hit that. We're now on the glide slope. It is ignoring our altitude, but we're going to set it all the way down to... Actually, we're going to bring it up to our missed approach altitude. The missed approach... Climb to 72 on heading, then at 9,000 make a left turn to heading 020 and head direct to the Black Forest VOR, and then hold at the AD, A, and E GPS point, basically. Oh, let's watch that speed. Alright. We are 5 miles out. Let's cut the throttles. Now, gear. We are only good to 136, so we really need to drop a lot of speed here. Oh boy. We are 5 miles out and not configured. So that's saying 120, 118-ish. So we're going to trust that. Hopefully they plugged it in appropriately, because those are the numbers that the sim takes, not that the texture looks like it takes. 4.5 miles, dropping speed, which is good, but let's hope we drop speed quicker. As soon as we put out the gear, it's going to drop like a rock, though. So, there's that. And slightly above flaps range is normally gear speed, so gear coming down. Looking for 3 green. We have 3 green. Gear is no longer in transit. We are in flaps range. There's the first notch of flaps. We are 3.4 miles out. Oh boy, is the speed dropping. A little bit of throttle, not much, but a little. It really panics when I put out that first notch of gear. Alright, still cutting the throttle back all the way. And once we hit the blue line, that's our best glide. And give it some throttle and maintain red, which is VX. We also have a 20 knot headwind. 22! Holy headwind. That's insane. Like, that's full on insane. Alright, disengage the autopilot. I'm flying now. Slow down just a little bit. Try and maintain that little blue ball. We're a little left, so let's come a little right. The little blue ball is on the right side of my attitude, is our glide slope indicator. We want that directly in the middle. Then we've got our localizer in the bottom. We want to have that perfectly in the center, the middle line on the center. And you basically need to chase the notch. A little low, coming back up, pulling back just a smidgen. Going to intercept that, and then we're going to come right back down. Trying not to do too gross of movements. We're a little left. Primarily flying outside the window now. We put a point on the windshield that we want to have the happy lights on. And we're going to fly that point all the way down. Gas undercarriage. Well, gas should be on the fullest tank. It's not. But gas undercarriage mixture is full. Prop, don't worry about. Passengers and seat belts are all seated and also comfortable and belted. But we're a little low. We should still see them all, but we should be low on the glide slope just so that we can hit that touchdown point. Now there's a 3-degree angle upwards. I'm guaranteed to make the runway at this point, so I'm actually going to cut the throttles. We're going to descend, starting to flare. A little high, but we had a lot of extra speed. Watching the end of the runway, which we actually cannot see, keeping that nose up. This is kind of a short field landing approach. And we're down. Yeah, there's a 3-degree upslope at Colorado Springs. So if you don't know that's coming, it'll hit you pretty hard. It requires a little bit of an extra flare, but other than that, it's not too bad. And we're going to take this reverse high-speed exit. Disconnect our autopilot. I thought there was an exit right there. Is that not an exit? That is an exit. It's just covered in fog. I don't think this is what the weather actually looks like out there. Also a high-speed exit, so yeah. So real quick, I'm going to taxi over. We're going to turn off our landing lights, turn on our taxi lights. Oop, wrong line that I'm following. I'm going to taxi over to the general aviation parking, and we'll see you there. But real quick, Springs ground, 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo, clear of 17 left. Taxiing over to general aviation. And they're going to give us taxi via hotel? It's hotel. The airport diagram says taxi via Golf. Echo Golf. Hold short of runway 17 right. So taxi via Echo Golf. And hold short of 17 right. This is going to be a long taxi, so we will see you there. So we're going to mend that. Taxi via Foxtrot Mike Golf. Mike Foxtrot Golf. We're going to take this nice little 45 for some speed. Alright, there's the flash and hold short lights. Ground, 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo holding short 17 right. 0 Echo Victor Sierra Bravo cleared across runway 17 right. Alpha 4 to the ramp. Alpha 4 to the ramp, cleared to cross runway 17 right. What is that fuel truck doing? Moderately terrifying. We're gonna park over here. I'm gonna follow him just because that was kind of amusing. I think he just drives around. So we're gonna park at this gigantic hangar. Who owns this one? I don't know. But we're gonna park our pretty little diamond right outside. Call it good. Cool. And then as far as shutdown, we're gonna pull parking brake. We're gonna turn fuel off. And we're gonna turn taxi strobe nav beacon panel off. Fuel pumps, avionics, and battery. Which for whatever reason it doesn't turn off a couple of these things, so off, off, off. DLT's not going off. Gear are down and locked. Flaps are down, so we're not going to change the position just because we don't want to start the aircraft and then have things moving on us. We're going to leave flaps down. Boost pumps off. Or aux pumps off. And that is all she wrote. Can I get the doors? I can. Hehe. Cool. Well, thank you for flying with us. Hopefully you guys had some fun. One of the first flights I've done in a diamond. And we will see you guys in the next episode.